WBC expelled him, not suspended him. They expelled him. You know, the WBC president Mauricio Suleiman announced on Twitter. He says, I quote, "Exercising my authority as president of WBC, I'm hereby expelling Ryan Garcia from any activity with our organization. We reject any form of discrimination. I fear for Garcia's well-being."
So I got two things with that. Number one, the entire board of the WBC didn't agree with him. He had to override the board and do something on his own.
That's crazy.
Which means the entire board, some of the members, the majority of his board, they don't see anything wrong with what Ryan Garcia said.
And he expelled him.
Exactly.
Conversations. I'm your host, Sheik. My co-host, Rock. What's up, bro?
What's up, brother?
Hey, man, we got an action-packed show today.
Yep.
We got a lot to talk about, a lot of stuff going on in the boxing news. We got a special guest going to join us in the ring today. You know, Keith Tsunami Cologne. My man had his pro debut July 6th. Stopped his opponent in the second round. Sold a lot of tickets, too, I heard. So we're going to talk to him and talk to him about his upbringing in Newark, New Jersey, from Brick City up there where Shakur from.
Yep.
So we're gonna talk to him.
A lot of boxers come from that way, from Brick City.
Yeah, he come from a strong pedigree too, strong family background and everything else. So we're gonna be talking to him. You know, have him in the ring with us today. You know, but right now let's just get straight off into the topic. The topic for today is the impact of social media on boxing. You know, how social media has changed the way boxers promote themselves and interact with fans. You know what I mean? So. Mm-hmm. I want to kind of talk about that. You know, I was reading a report that said as of April of 2024 that a total of 5 billion, people are on social media, which is 5 billion people in the world, which represents 62% of the entire world population are on social media. You know, and says that no other internet platform has larger user traffic right now. So, you know, you're talking about an opportunity to be straight to your consumer now. You don't have to have no middleman. You know what I mean? And that seems to be a good thing for boxers coming up in the world, but it can also mean the decline in some of these companies with boxers being able to position themselves, you know, in such a way, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, you know, I mean, you're talking about, you know, social media is closing in on the TV industry.
Closed in. Linear TV is dying.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean.
I don't watch news on linear TV.
Nobody does. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. It says, you know, it's more phone users out there now than there's people watching TV. And also, people spend more time on their phones than they spend in front of the TV. People driving down the highway, you see them on their phones. Oh, yeah. You know what I mean? So people spending more time on their phones than the TV. You know what I mean? But as far as boxing is concerned, you know, you've seen a lot of these YouTubers turn into boxers, right? And you know, it became like a thing. It's kind of like taboo to real boxers, real boxing fans. They turn their nose up at it, like the Jake Pauls, the Logan Pauls, and all of them. But you know, if you go back to August of 2018, you know, the YouTube sensation KSI, dude from YouTube, the YouTuber. Where's he at, matter of fact? Is he still trying to... You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, he boxed Floyd?
No, he boxed Logan Paul in a 6-round bout in August of 2018.
We sure he didn't box Floyd also?
I think Logan Paul boxed
Logan Paul boxed Floyd, but I think KSI boxed Floyd as well.
You might be right. I don't
know.
I don't follow that stuff a lot, but I know this bout in August of 2018, this is what kind of kicked it off. Even because what you might not know is, or maybe you do know, Logan Paul, I think, did this before his brother, Jake Paul, because that was the first YouTube thing with Logan Paul and KSI. And they said that, a lot of boxing people at the time said it was the death of the sport of boxing. It was a mockery. You know what I mean, to boxing. But they say 1.2 million people tuned in live to that fight.
Mm-hmm.
And another 1.6 million tuned into the fight recap. You know what I mean? So that platform, you know, you talking about 2.6 million on the pay-per-view. So this was a huge event. You know what I mean? So
Was it pay-per-view or did they just show it on YouTube?
I think it was pay-per-view. I could be wrong. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I just know that this was. But do you remember?
I don't remember that fight now.
Yeah, but it was
August 2018.
But it was the beginning of the YouTube thing. You know what I mean? So now Mike Tyson, I got a quote from Mike Tyson I seen on the internet. It said, Mike Tyson said boxing was pretty much a dying sport. UFC was kicking our butts, and now we got these YouTubers boxing with 25 million views. Boxing coming back thanks to these YouTube boxers. So what do you think about that?
I think that I think Mike is wrong. I think that boxing, the problem with boxing is the platform. UFC is essentially top ranked. So only thing UFC is top ranked. So they not, the UFC is not a league. It's a company. It's a promotional company, just like Bellator. And so what UFC gets is.
But did you get his quote? What he said?
Yeah, but is that? I mean, I don't know.
He said UFC is kicking our butts. He said, but the YouTubers is bringing boxing back. That was pretty much his quote.
I mean,
and he about to fight Jake Paul.
Yeah,
and all of that. So
I don't know that. I don't know that YouTube saved boxing. YouTube may have enhanced boxing. I mean, boxing is cannibalizing itself, as far as that's concerned. But I mean, I can see where Mike is coming from with it. I mean, anything that's good, no such thing as bad publicity. And if you bring more eyes to the sport from that standpoint, then that's a good thing. The thing about it is that it's bringing eyes to that particular YouTuber. That particular YouTuber or YouTubers, their audience does not always translate off into the rest of boxing.
All right, but let's talk about the social media impact of boxing. Let's forget the YouTubers, for example, for a second. I'm just bringing up the YouTubers because...
No, I agree with that as far as social media's impact. Because, I mean, what social media does... Okay, it's simple. The cassette tape killed the 8-track. Mm-hmm. The CD killed the cassette tape. Mm-hmm. And now digital and Napster killed the CD. Capitalism dictates that there's always going to be something that's going to come along and kill something that's steadfast in the industry.
But let's talk about social media impact of boxing. Like, for example, Ryan Garcia. Would Ryan Garcia be getting the big fights that he's gotten if he didn't have 8 million Instagram followers? I mean, because Ryan Garcia has used social media to increase his popularity and be able to sell pay-per-view for his fights.
He only had 2 fights.
I'm just saying, but he leveraged his social media. Would he have been able to do that?
He had 2 fights. One of them sold 1.2 million with Tank, and the other one sold, I think,
listen to the question though.
I heard what you're saying.
Would he have been able to do that without social media?
Hell, I don't know that he did. I don't know so much. I don't know that if he got 12 million Instagram followers. If that was the case, then wouldn't it be 3, 4, 5 million people tuning in as opposed to just 1.2?
Okay, well, let me ask you like this: Do you think that Ryan Garcia, right now, with 12 million social media followers, do you think Ryan Garcia needs Golden Boy Promotions? And if so, what does he need him for?
I ain't finna give Ryan Garcia credit for nothing.
We're not talking about Ryan Garcia.
I am.
Are we gonna talk about him?
Talk about social media. Talk about social media, but don't talk about his ass.
We gonna talk.
I ain't giving his ass no credit.
It ain't about giving him credit.
I don't give a damn. I ain't finna give him not nan.
Bro, it ain't about giving him credit.
I ain't giving this. You asked me, do he need Golden Boy?
Does he need Golden Boy?
I'm not giving that asshole not 1 centilla or nothing.
We're gonna talk about him.
I ain't finna give him.
We're gonna talk about that.
Nothing.
But you ain't gotta give him nothing.
I'm just saying. I ain't giving him no accolade. I ain't giving him no praise. I ain't saying what he do or don't. I ain't giving him nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
All right.
Nothing.
If you a boxer signed to Golden Boy, do you need Golden Boy if you got 12 million social media followers?
Golden Boy probably wouldn't sign Big Daddy.
Why wouldn't they sign you? You Big Daddy?
I'm Big Daddy. Golden Boy probably wouldn't sign Big Daddy.
What?
They don't tend to sign people of my ilk.
They got Floyd Schofield.
Okay.
Don't they got Floyd Schofield?
Mm-hmm. How many more they got?
All right.
There's always one in the house. How many more they got?
Oh, you gotta have one.
You gonna have one.
Floyd not a token, bro.
I ain't say it was. I just said you got. I ain't say it was a token because he can fight. I'm just saying he just got one.
Okay. All right. But my thing is with social media, right? You know, you know, if you got that many social media followers, if you got 12 million social media followers, you don't need a promoter. You all right, man?
I understand where you're coming from with that.
Coffee?
No, I don't. I understand where you're coming from as far as that's concerned. The problem, what hasn't happened right now, except for Jake Paul, is people figuring out how to really and truly monetize their subscribers on YouTube, their followers and their followers on Instagram and Twitter. The only people who've actually figured out how to do that are the actual quote unquote YouTubers.
Jake Paul,
because Jake Paul,
I mean, he done leveraged himself into being a whole promoter now.
I mean, exactly. But also, Jake Paul, I mean, he ain't exactly fighting boxing household names. So his audience is his YouTube audience.
But he just fought a boxer and lost.
It's not traditional boxing people.
He fought a boxer and lost.
To my the Fury boy?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
But he lost to him. He was a boxer.
Is he a boxer?
Yes, he a boxer.
Man, stop. Is he a boxer? His ass what a YouTube? I mean, what?
He's a boxer.
That was what was his first fight, right?
I don't know. He a boxer.
Man.
My point is
that man didn't even know how to damn jab.
Yeah, you right.
Tommy Fury, come on, man.
But
his dad didn't know how to fight.
Who?
Big John.
Oh yeah, I seen him.
I like Big John.
Big John get
Big
down.
John whooped your ass.
Who?
Big John Fury.
Whipped who?
He whooped somebody's ass. Didn't he headbutt somebody?
Yeah.
I like Big John Fury.
Yeah. No,
I don't like his sons. His son, but I like Big John.
But anyway, but I'm saying with social media though, like you got an impact. If you got 12, let's say for example,
I agree in principle to what you're trying to say.
But you're saying people don't know how to leverage.
But the key is how can you actually? First off, you can have 12 million followers and subscribers, right, but how many of them are actually engaged? When social media first started up in 2012, from that standpoint, the algorithm
social media ain't starting no 2012.
2012, 2010, when it got really big.
Bro, I had MySpace in 06. Man, I had MySpace in 05. 05, 06.
Talking about some damn MySpace.
Didn't you have MySpace?
Nah, you probably had blackpeoplemeet.com too, didn't you?
Yeah, I ain't had that.
Blackplanetmeet.com.
Didn't have MySpace?
No.
You had MySpace.
No, I didn't have no MySpace.
Oh, you weren't into social media
no,
at that time? No. When you got on Facebook?
Yeah, 2009.
2009,
Facebook.
That's when I got on Facebook.
Facebook and then Instagram probably 2012.
Right,
but my point is that back then in the dawning of social media, that's when the algorithm, you might get on and you might have 1 million people jumping on your picture or something. Like Miss Twerkson. Hell, Miss Twerkson had
who?
Miss Twerkson.
Who the heck is that?
Man, you know who Miss Twerkson is.
I don't know Miss Twerkson.
Anyway, well, Miss Twerkson had about 10 million.
Miss Twerk something?
Miss Twerkson. She had about 10 million followers probably like 10 years ago.
On what?
On Instagram and stuff like that.
And what she do?
She twerk.
That's all she do.
Get in the backseat of the car and twerk.
That's all she do.
Yeah.
And she had 10 million people following.
Yeah, and got $1 million. Got $1 million house now.
She don't do nothing else but twerk something.
Twerk and talk in slang language.
I gotta look her up. She still on there?
Yeah, she's still on there. She famous.
That's crazy.
Twerk something. But she was the first person to actually start doing it. Now, her attributes from that standpoint. You know what? They probably mid-tier, but because she jumped on it early and the algorithm took people towards her, her following escalated through the roof. So that's what I mean by it. I'm just saying.
But see, here's my thing though. My thing is this. All right, if I got 1 million followers on social media, do I really need a promoter? Because now I can go down here let's say for example, I got
if you Kevin Hart, like Kevin Hart.
Okay, listen.
You're right. Kevin Hart uses Kevin Hart cut the middleman out of his stuff.
Let me tell you how I can do. I can go down to the Tabernacle or the Civic Center. I can rent it out, right? I'm from here in Atlanta. I got 1 million followers. I can go down here to the Civic Center, I can rent it out, and I can sell tickets and have my fight there. Do you think I can make more money than if I was able to do that because I got 1 million followers? I can do that versus signing with a top rank or somebody like.
I feel what you're saying, but
and then not only that, you're talking about brands can now partner with boxing influencers on social media to reach their audiences and align their products because like we said, more people is watching social media than TV. So if it's 5 billion people on social media and I got 1 million followers, I can get me some sponsors that's ready to advertise with me. I can go down here. I'm saying this is just the way I'm thinking. I can go down here. I can rent me a place. I can rent the ring, do all of that, put some people on my undercard, and I can be a whole promoter now.
Exactly. And what I'm trying to say to you is that that is the way that Kevin Hart promotes his comedy show.
Who was the first person to do that?
Kevin Hart was Kevin. Now, Kevin.
Who
Hart,
was the first person to do what you saying Kevin Hart did?
I don't know.
Dane Cook.
I don't know who that is.
Dane Cook is a comedian. Look him up. He was killing the game on MySpace.
I mean, Tyler Perry and them did it with
but he was killing the game
on MySpace.
He was killing the game on MySpace.
Okay, I feel you.
And then, look him up.
But Tyler Perry is the only comedian who done leverage his social media following. Other than, I think Cat Williams kind of does it now also.
Man, everybody do it. What do you mean?
Yeah, but
we talking about boxing though.
Everybody do, but
everybody do it.
Kevin Hart was the first though to really just monetize.
No, Dane Cook was.
His platform.
Dane Cook was.
Okay, I don't know who Dane Cook is.
Look it up.
He's still alive.
Yeah, look him up.
Well, I don't know him. If I had,
bro, just look him up.
I shouldn't have to look his ass up.
I'm telling you, Dane Cook.
You talking about he famous and know some shit?
Dane
why I don't know
was
him?
selling out arenas from MySpace.
Okay,
just look him up.
I will.
But forget that. I'm talking about boxers, right?
Boxers.
Because everybody in the entertainment industry is doing that, what you just said. But why is boxers not leveraging themselves that way? Everybody think they got to sign with the promoters, and they got big followers. Again, we talking about. Why are you making that face for?
I'm thinking. I'm pondering. This is my pondering face. Go keep
you
talking.
Look like you about to hit somebody.
I'm just pondering, man. Don't let my expression disturb your thought. Keep talking.
All right.
I interrupt when I need to.
That's a nice jacket too. Is that purple?
Nah, it's blue.
That's not blue.
It's blue.
It's nice.
It's blue.
It's nice. Turn your collar down though. I got to get you right, man. Your haberdashery ain't.
Damn haberdashery.
Yeah.
They call it a drobe where I'm coming from. Come on.
All right. You good?
Yeah.
What was I saying?
Punchy.
Go ahead. You say what you were saying.
No, see how you be. I told you punchy. You be forgetting what your topics is, man.
I forgot what I was saying. I know what the topic is.
How you forget though?
I just forgot what I was saying because you
distracted me. I told you were punchy. You cussed me out. Now you punchy. Micah been hitting you in the face with the pads.
Your collar distracted me.
like your fella was distracting me last week.
Yeah, in the color of your jacket because you saying that's blue.
It is blue. That's purple. It is blue. I wouldn't wear no purple. It's blue.
That's purple, bro.
It's blue. Blue.
Is that purple or blue?
It's light blue.
It's purple. I'm saying, if you got this many YouTube followers or this many followers, why can't you leverage yourself? Because social media, I believe, has a strong impact on boxing, bro.
It does. The problem is the damn algorithm. You don't control the algorithm. Let me say this. Like here's my idea. I mean, I ain't gonna tell my idea.
The algorithm idea is the algorithm idea is foolishness, bro.
Why you say that?
Because on YouTube, you're not pushing your content towards the algorithm. You're pushing your content towards people to like your stuff. So the more people like your stuff,
the algorithm
YouTube
generates that though. No, through likes.
No, it's not. The people pushes that. The more people you get to like your stuff, the more people YouTube will push your content out to because YouTube want to make money.
That's true too.
So they say, okay, he's generating interest with his stuff. Let his stuff get in front of more people.
And when you become big enough, you become the algorithm.
No, it ain't no algorithm. Anyway, go ahead, man. What was you about to say?
I'm listening to you.
No, I'm talking about the impact of social media on boxing. And I think went off into Kevin Hart and all that.
No, you asked, that was a good analogy in regards to somebody leveraging their platform. The problem is, like I said, just because you have 1 million subscribers or 10 million subscribers, let's say you list your fight in ABC Arena, right?
And what?
You list your fight in Phipps Arena, right? Just because you list your fight in Phipps Arena, it does not mean that YouTube, IG, Twitter is gonna actually direct the eyes to your post. That's what I mean by it. That's what I mean by it. You see what I'm saying? The algorithm, I may be wrong, but just that's what dictates how many eyes sees it. And the more people start seeing it and liking it, the more they push it out.
That's what I just said. You just said the exact same thing I just said. You wasted time. Bro.
You didn't say that.
That's exactly what I just said. Are you all right, man?
No, you all right. You didn't say that. I said that.
Bro, that's exactly what I just said. Are you crazy?
No.
I just said the more I said oh my God.
I said the same thing. I just repeated it. Shit. You're right. What I'm saying to you, it ain't that easy. Just because you got 10 million followers don't mean you're going to have 10 million people tune in to your post of what you're trying to do. Then the other part about it is that okay, what if you got 1 million followers here in Atlanta? We got 1 million followers, right? Mm. But what if you ain't got but 500 in Atlanta and you trying to do an event here? You see what I'm saying? Okay, because you don't because your subscribership when you look on your stuff, it don't really just tell you that.
But your analytics does. Your analytics
that's true.
Will tell you where your people is at.
That's true.
So I just use Atlanta for example. So if my analytics, if I live here in Atlanta and my analytics say all of my viewers is in California, then I go to California and rent a venue where the people that can see me the most.
Depending on where you rented at.
Bro, you all right?
And who you are?
You riding the white horse?
No, I'm just telling you because they ain't gonna come to your event in Southern California. They ain't coming to your event.
I'm saying I'm talking about if that probably not be where my algorithm. I mean, that probably not be where my demographic is.
Hell no, that ain't where your demographic is. You better bust your head to the white meat is.
All right. Anyway, so I think social media, I think social media has changed the way boxers can promote themselves and interact with fans. I believe that boxing has done that.
I 100% agree with you, but boxers have not figured out how to maximize that. Right, only somebody who did figure it out in the beginning, but they stopped on it first was Devin Haney now. Because real Devin Haney TV, when he was going to Mexico and stuff like that, it got a lot of views. Right. And it also got him in front of sponsors and got him in front of the networks. And and I think that's what ultimately helped him get signed with Matchroom, get his Matchroom deal.
Okay. All right. Well, I think that's an ongoing topic. Like most of the topics that we discuss, we only got a certain amount of time to work with. We can't talk about this for hours, but I just want to put this in our listeners' minds that the impact that social media has on boxing. Start thinking about how to leverage your celebrity on social media into making more money, because a lot of these promoters not paying the boxers anyway up the front. So start thinking about ways and means to promote yourself on social media to build to be more impactful in the sport of boxing. So
got Floyd Schofield signed.
And so many other people, a lot of other people too, that using shout out to Floyd Schofield. We're gonna have him on soon, but shout out to him the way I like how he leveraged his social media. And you're right, he's been real smart in branding himself, utilizing the social media, and so many others need to learn how to do the same, branding themselves. Man, what is it?
Because I was finna say something, I ain't need to say it. I had to bite my lips. It just wouldn't have been prudent what I was gonna say. Might have long range implications, so I said, hold it in.
Anyway, man.
So I doubled my lips up, I held it in.
Hey, comment underneath this.
Cause it was finna be funny as hell.
We'll say it.
I ain't gonna say it. Might have long range implications on business. Go ahead.
All right, y'all. So comment below. Tell us what you think about the impact that social media has on boxing and how social media has changed the way boxers promote themselves, and interact with their fans. So many things that I think we need to be doing. And Rock, you're right about a lot of boxers are not using this. So using social media the way that they should. So comment below, like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, comment below on what you think on this topic. So
because you think, what's a promoter's job?
Huh?
What's a promoter's job?
To promote.
Exactly.
All right, so what? What does that mean?
I'm just saying you can promote yourself.
All right.
All right, we good.
All right, Rock, we got a special guest today. All of our guests are special. This guy here is we're gonna welcome him to the ring, talk to us about his boxing accolades. He had a tremendous pro debut July the 6th on Top Rank. Stopped his opponent in the third round. Henry, what's his name? Trunball? Turbyfield. That was his name. Stopped this guy in the third round. Same guy that Kermel fought in his pro debut.
Okay.
Yeah, why you look like that?
Okay.
It's the same guy.
All right.
Yeah. So we're gonna welcome to the ring our guests, Keith Tsunami Colon. What's up, brother?
What's going on? Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
All is well. Can't complain.
How is the body holding up? You don't look like you even been in a fight. Look like you. I mean, you fought last night. You don't even look like you been in a fight. How's the body holding up?
The fight it didn't last long, but my body felt good. I feel as though like every other fight, the training is way harder than the fight, so it makes the fight much easier.
Yeah. No doubt.
Yeah, he don't like he got touched.
That's a rough fact. I don't think he did. But anyway, Champ, we honored to have you on CounterPunch Conversations. We're gonna talk to you about just your life, about boxing and things like that, so our audience can get to know you as well. Those that don't know you and those may not be aware of you. You know what I mean? So it's an honor to have you here. So let's get right off into it, bro. You grew up in Brick City, right? How old are you now, Keith? What, 21?
21, yeah.
21. You grew up in Brick City. How was it, growing up in Newark? And, take us back to your childhood.
For me, I'll say this is all I know. I never had a chance to grow up anywhere else to see how other places are. But for me, it's like I'll say it's normal. But on the outside looking in, people might not think it's normal. But I'll just say, growing up in Newark, you got to be tough.
Right.
Mentally, physically, you just got to be tough. You got to be strong-minded, and you can't be afraid. Whether that's with anything, you can't be afraid to do what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be afraid to walk down the block because people in North, they sense fear. And once they sense the fear in you, that they just going to exploit it and use it against you.
Right.
So I feel as though that's what anybody could say that. Anybody could vouch for that. Coming from North, you got to have a certain type of attitude, a certain type of confidence within yourself. And and it is show.
Right. So tell us about your boxing background. When did you get started boxing, and how old were you? And
I started boxing at a very young age, about 5, 6. I started boxing mainly because my dad he wanted me to be able to defend myself. Going to school. Again, like I said earlier, like coming from a place like North, you got to learn. You got to have a certain type of confidence. People going to test you. People going to call your bluff. So if you walk around with a certain type of confidence or you give a certain type of attitude, people going to test it and see what you're really about. So he knew that from his upbringing, and so he knew that I had to be able to defend myself going to school, playing basketball, playing baseball, sports. And so that's how I mainly got into boxing. And then once I was about 12 years old, I took it seriously and I started competing, and everything just took off from there.
Right. So let's go back. You said you started at 5 or 6 boxing. So that's just like going to the gym or just learning with your dad how to box or how to throw hands?
No, that was going to the gym.
Okay.
I was a baby at this time, so it wasn't no like vigorous training sessions. It was just more so like fundamentals and doing what you'll probably see every other person do: the jump rope, the shadow boxing, pad work, hitting the bag. Nothing ridiculously crazy though.
Right. So between 5 and 6, you started boxing, but you wasn't taking it serious. You started competing at 12. You can start competing in USA boxing at 8. So you didn't compete at 8 years old. You went all the way to 12. So you was fighting in school. Were you being bullied, or was you? Because I know that's part of your story, that you was doing a lot of fighting in school, and your dad was having to come to the school and things like that.
Yeah.
So was that were you getting bullied, or were you just handling business?
Nah. So at a young age, my dad taught me, and he instilled a lot of things in me. Like don't let nobody touch your head. don't take disrespect from nobody.
Right.
If you take disrespect from one person, then they all gonna disrespect you.
Right.
So at a young age, I feel as though I had a mindset of a person, years ahead of me. So like when I felt as though people would play with me or like they'll test me, then I didn't resort to talking or telling the teacher about it. I resort to,
Throwing
physical
hands.
altercation, fighting.
Right.
And you know, I ended up getting in trouble because, other students wasn't on the same type time that I was, And so, my dad had to come to school a lot of times because I was fighting. I literally fought almost the first day of every grade level. So kindergarten, the first day, first grade, the first day, second grade, so on and so forth. But it was only one fight a year. And I mean, sometimes it was more, but mainly it was just one fight a year when, I felt as though somebody tried me. And then it was like everybody saw like, oh yeah, we know not to play with him like that.
So it was
That's
almost
what it mainly was.
so it was almost like being in jail. You had once you touched somebody, everybody knew, all right, he ain't the one to play with. So you getting into a lot of fights, Dad, coming up to the school. So at that point, you got enrolled in the St. Benedict's Preparatory School, and that was a boarding school, right? And
Yeah, that's a
right,
boarding school. It was
right.
a preparatory school as well.
Right. So being in that boarding school, did that change your perspective at all? Like as far as like, because did it change your perspective? Meaning like, right now you kind of like just fighting every time somebody try you in any kind of way. So being in a boarding school, you away in a boarding school, did that change your perspective at all about because boxing teaches discipline, you know what I mean?
Right.
And you're not gonna just throw hands just because you can beat somebody up. So did that boarding school change your perspective at all from the way you was fighting all the time to, getting enrolled in that boarding school?
Well, I mean, I feel as though my attitude and I kind of learned how to carry myself in a way where people already knew from the jump, oh yeah, nah, not to play. You had some people that'll try you, and you had to do what you had to do. But well before then, like I knew not to carry myself like as a joke.
Right.
You carry yourself like a joke. You play joke games. People gonna treat you like a joke.
Right.
Don't open the doors don't play no hand games. Don't open those type of doors because that's how you gonna feel violated when one person might think you playing or they're playing and you not playing, and altercations start happening. So I like by high school I was already wise and I already knew how to move.
Right.
Yeah, so I learned to really just carry myself a certain type of way. People knew like and one thing about me was I never told nobody I was a boxer in school. I ain't never want nobody to know, but word got around like
Right.
less than the first week of school. So it's like people kind of knew, and of course they were like, oh yeah, let's slap box out, like because they wanted to test, where they was at with me. But I was like, nah, because
Right.
nah, I do this for real. Like, I don't want. I'm not here to like play games.
Yeah.
I'm not. That's not what I do. So like they knew that I'm in business by the way that I carry myself, and I learned that well before I got to high school.
Right. Your dad got that same type of demeanor. You know what I mean? And I respect that a lot about him too. He don't do no whole bunch of playing, laughing and joking and none of that. And I appreciate that about him. Being no nonsense like that. So I can see you in him. I can see, but from the things that you saying, I believe that you was raised that way because I see how your dad moved. So that's
Y'all had problems at preparatory school also. So you had boarding school. You might have some issues.
Well, what a lot of people don't know is that St. Benedict's Prep, the students run the school, so the only thing the teachers do is teach. So it's not like we have teachers around there, that's in the hallways. So it's like anything that happened, if people don't run their mouth, it's going to stay on the hush. It ain't going to get to no administrators, so.
They gangster, in other words.
It's like you gotta, it's like I ain't with all the talking. I ain't gonna make it a big problem. Meet me right here. And there's no cameras around the school either, so it's like meet me in the locker room. It's cool. Like if you really should meet me in the locker room.
Right. Everybody got to police themselves.
So basically, You went from public high school to a private. It's almost the same thing.
Well, not really,
No,
because go ahead, champ.
I actually reclassed. So what happened was I was playing baseball at the time, right? I was real
Gotcha.
good at baseball. I was playing baseball, and I started school early, and my birthday's in October, so we were supposed to wait an extra year. They pushed me up a year, so I was always in my grade level was I was always in a grade level with people much older than me.
Yeah.
So since I was playing baseball, my dad was like, "Yo, you might as well reclass because, now you'll be playing with people your age."
Yeah.
And so I did a reclassification year, um, and it's called Eagle Academy. It's like a high school inside of Weekway, and Weekway is not the best high school in the world. So there I had some problems because of my attitude and because the kids. Like I said, growing up in Nook, it's just how it is. And so I had problems there. But once I got to St. Benedict's, it never had to escalate to that point,
Right.
but
How did
I
y'all
was, when I
train?
had, say it again?
How did y'all train if you was in boarding school? You and your pop.
It's in Newark.
It's in Newark.
Newark.
But you was staying
Yeah.
on campus, right?
No, he said, how did you train?
I wasn't staying on campus.
Yeah.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, I wasn't staying on campus.
Okay.
I could have if I wanted to, but
All right.
I
So
seen how it was. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm good home.
well, I ain't trying to stay here and live here.
Yeah,
So-
nah.
So you started actually competing at 12, right? When was your
Right.
first national tournament?
My first national tournament, yeah, 15, 16. That was the age group, 15, 16.
So you was a junior. You was in the junior
Right.
division. What tournament was it? Your first tournament?
It was the Junior Olympics.
Okay. How'd you do?
I lost the first day. I lost the first
Yeah.
day. But I could say for like the thing is about me is in the beginning, I had skill. I didn't know how to win though.
Right.
I did not know how to win. So like I had skills, but I just didn't know how to win.
The
With that
amateur
being
system
said,
is different.
you gotta know how to win.
Yeah.
The best person don't always win, but when you fighting 5 and 6 days, the only person that finish at the end or the ones that get the national titles is the ones that know how to win, know how to pull it out no matter what.
That's
So
exactly right.
it took me a little minute to learn how to win in the amateur circuit. Like I said, I was young, and I was training with a lot of older jokers, a lot of older guys that was already pros, and me being in the amateurs, I had to know that okay, I can't do that right now. That's not the level where I'm at. I got to fight a certain type of way at a certain type of pace, and so it just took me a little minute. It took me some losses, but my first national tournament, I lost the first day.
Right. Yeah, I tell people that all the time. That is, you got to really know how to win in the amateur system when you fight in 5 and 6 days. You know what I mean? In a tournament, you got to really know how to win in that amateur style, especially if you have to develop that amateur style and what they're looking for. So yeah, you're exactly right.
Even in like the international level, people might think it's no book to boxing, but in an international level, like, you don't get points for doing certain, like if you really want to get far in the international level, you have to box a certain type of way.
Yep.
It's very rare that, people that box the American style make it far if they don't box a certain type of way.
Right. Which that segues off us into your international experience. You went on to do real good in international competition, winning 3 gold medals, 3 silver medals. And I know in 2019, I think it was 2019, you was on the team representing the U.S. with, 9 other top amateurs that went with you. It was 10 of y'all at that time, including Mozzie Goldston, Keon Davis, Vito Melanicki, B.J. Carruthers, Ramir Walker. Just, so that was a stacked team. How was it being on that team, and what was the experience like?
Man, it was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun. The experience, it was a different kind of experience because that was my first international experience, my first international tournament. But it was it was just a different feeling, just being overseas and just, being in a different place, adjusting to, sometimes, we fight over here, our national start at 6 p.m. Over there, sometimes it started early,
Right.
like 12 p.m. So like little adjustments like that. Um, Understanding also that, and like it's weird, some other places, they don't have stores that open at until like 2, 3 o'clock. So it's like if we have a fight at 12, how we gonna eat?
Yeah.
So it's just like, it's a lot of adjustments, but it's definitely a great experience learning from other fighters, just seeing them fight,
Right.
picking up certain things, and seeing other countries and their style. That was the greatest thing that I got from the tournament.
Yeah, that's amazing. You do, and kudos to you for all of the, the accolades that you got internationally. The international points that might have helped you out too, as you turning pro. Yeah, that might help you out a lot right now. So when did you decide that you were done with the amateurs and ready to take your talent to the next level? Like, when did you decide? What was going on in your mind? What was happening? Do you recall that moment? A lot of people remember that exact moment where they say, "I'm ready to go. I'm ready to move on."
Yeah, no, I definitely know. It was So I found out that in my mind that I wanted to turn pro or make the transition. Once Shakur made the announcement that he was fighting in North, he said July 6th, and like electricity bulb just went off in my head. Like, damn, what if I'm on that card?
Right.
That's immediately what I thought. And at the time, the Olympic qualification tournament was about a month and a half away, or maybe 2 months away, and it was a lot of games being played. Just because that I wasn't living in a certain place. Not that I'm not from there, but because I wasn't living in a certain place, it was like a lot of like, I guess I don't like saying politics because everybody deal with politics, and I don't like saying it. And people make excuses, but I'm gonna just say like they didn't want me in a way. So in my head, I'm just like, what bigger way to come out, in the professional ranks, a Shakur Stevenson card in Newark, July 6th, that's my hometown, and I really don't think he'll probably have another fight in Newark anytime soon, if I'm being honest, because all his fights are going to be much bigger and bigger and bigger, where it has to be an even playing field. So I was just like, this might be his last one, and I might not get this chance again. So I talked to my dad, and at first, he was just like, nah, we going to wait. And then as time went on, he just said, I'm just see what they say, and if you're able to get on the card, then this will go. And so that's exactly what happened.
Wow. And then you was able to get on that card. Amazing.
Yeah, and then we talked to some people, and they was like, no, we'll try to make it happen. Ain't no promises. And then, thank God everything fell in place, and we had a great turnout.
Yep, it was amazing, man. And the crowd turned up for you too, but we're gonna get into that in a minute. Yeah. So what was your most memorable moment in the amateurs, whether it was good or bad? And then you have a situation one time where you didn't get the decision, but when they looked at the scorecards, you actually won.
Yeah.
That happened to you.
I had some crazy amateur like experiences. Like some memories I remember for the rest of my life. But yeah, that was definitely one of them. That was actually on my way. It was like
in Lubbock, Texas, wasn't it? It was in Lubbock.
Yeah. So what happened was, it was.
I mean,
Shreveport,
Shreveport, not Lubbock. Shreveport.
Yeah, Shreveport.
Yeah.
So it's like the way how they was adding up the rounds, and like it was like, since it was like since he won like the last round, and it was so weird that we just couldn't even, you can't argue with something that don't make sense.
Right.
And so that's exactly what it was. It's like I won the first 2 rounds, or the judges had me winning the first 2 rounds. In the last round, they had him winning the whole thing, and so they didn't even go to the scorecard. They just made a decision on, who thought won the fight in a way, and they gave it to him, despite the scorecards.
Right.
I never heard of that a day in my life.
Right.
So just like, it's the amateurs though. You can't do nothing about it.
It is what it is. We see them robberies all the time. It was one on your card last night, a bad one.
sure, for
Yeah.
sure. I heard about it. I was like, wow.
Yeah, it was bad. You know, shout out to old Shockey Foster. That was a really bad decision. You know what I mean? But so let's get into your fight last night on July the 6th. You debuted versus Hunter Turbyfield. You know, he also fought Carmel on his pro debut. You know, how did you prepare for this fight, knowing, because you knew, how long did you know he was going to be your opponent? How long ago did y'all choose him?
We chose him about a month, 3 weeks, 4 weeks before the fight.
So how did you train for him? How did you prepare, knowing that he was a tough opponent? He was very durable. I know you seen him against Carmel. You know what he was. I'm sure you probably figured you could stop him, but how did you prepare for it?
I mean, the way how we prepare for it is, you know, like my coach, he knows what's my best attributes. You know, he knows that my when I choose to go, it, you know, I'm going, and so you know that's how we basically prepare for it. It's like, all right, we gonna let him get comfortable. We gonna let him like slow him down, and then we gonna go like if he do certain things, like maybe if he overextend here, we gonna exploit him, and we just gonna keep going. Then we gonna pull back a little bit, and then we gonna exploit him again this way. You know, so it's like, you know, when you fight in the army, you know, you can come this way, you can come this way, you can come this way, and so that's what we did. We came in this way, then we pulled back, and we came right back away. So we just kept him on his toes, kept him thinking, and then by the second round, he didn't know what was coming. He took a knee, and it was, you know, the referee waved it off.
At what point did you know you was ready to stop him? Because I seen you like you started hitting him.
I knew in the first round I was gonna stop.
Yeah.
After the first round, if you look towards the end of the first round, I landed a big overhand.
Yep.
And then I was gonna I was gonna throw a feint, another overhand, but then the bell came. At that time, I knew I had him. When I came, once I got back to the corner, I already knew.
I know the round before, I was like, man, they need to stop this. This is over with. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I actually wanted. I mean, I'm happy with the decision. I mean, I'm happy with how everything went out. Right. But you know, if you ask me, I wanted to sleep him cold. You know, I wanted to sleep him cold. I know. And so
it'll come.
Yeah, I was kind of like, I didn't want to hit him with a big shot, and that happened when he curled up. So, but it ended up happening that way, and I mean, it is what it is.
And how many people would you say that was there representing you? Your dad told me the numbers that y'all did in tickets, man. It's amazing.
We sold about.
You ain't got to put the numbers out. Just how was it? You ain't got to tell the people your secrets.
I mean, it was a lot of people, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna just say this.
Yeah.
What Top Rank told me was that since they've been having fights there, there's only one person that sold close to the amount that I sold, and I surpassed him.
Come on, man.
So I had the highest. You know, I feel like that's already in the history books. Yeah. But you know, it was a lot of people there.
Yeah, I could hear the crowd. Like the crowd was going crazy for you. And then you was the third bout. It's normally not that many people there in the third bout because you wasn't even on the on the main undercard.
And not even that. It's not too many chances where you see a 4-rounder ahead of a 8-rounder.
Right.
You know, especially, you know, like that shows you a lot. So
it definitely. And you had, like I said, the crowd was crazy. Like I said, you seen a lot of people in the stands when you fought in the third bout, and you normally don't see that. So, you know, shout out to you, man. Congratulations on that. You know, what do you think? Everybody's probably calling you now. They want to sign you, right?
Oh yeah. Nah, definitely. We even at the fight, it was some people there just watching that just happened to be managers, and you know
how
like,
they go.
Oh, yeah,
I already know. You ain't even got to tell me.
Take my number down. You know, we could talk. And but it was crazy. Even a lot of fighters, they was coming up to me, like fighters that I watched. Right. And it's like, yo, you sharp. Like, you know, like I like how you fight. I was like, appreciate that. Right. So it was definitely love on my first pro debut.
Yeah, man. Now with all that, with that said, what are your goals and aspirations going forward?
Um, my main goal is just to keep developing, keep developing and be a star in the sport. I feel like I got all the tools, all the requirements, all the God given abilities just to be the star, to be a big face and a big name in boxing. But mainly first, I just want to keep developing and get comfortable. That's one of my main things. Once I'm comfortable,
Right.
I'm dominant. Once I'm comfortable, I'm dominant. So that's just the main thing. I feel as though coming out with it, like experiencing that my first pro debut, being under the lights, even though they
Well, you only
wasn't
get one
crazy
debut.
big. Yeah, and I feel as though now, like any fight after this one is, I'm not gonna feel any type of pressure because knowing that I was home. I fought a kid with 5 fights, my
Right.
pro debut, having all the people there,
Right.
and I feel as though all my fights after this is gonna be much more easier, and I'm not gonna feel overwhelmed or nervous, none of that.
Yeah. And just remember this feeling, champ, right now, where, years to
Sure.
come, remember this feeling right here. When it get boring
Right.
and all that kind of stuff, remember the feeling that you're having right now.
Who's
But
that?
lastly, I can't let you go or get you off without talking about your academic, you know, you just like you are in the ring, you are academically. You were academic scholar, graduating high school from a school such as St. Benedict's. You graduate on an honor roll, and now you're in the prestigious Rutgers University. So, what are your academic goals?
My academic goal is get a degree.
Mhm.
That's my main thing. I started college. I want to finish college by getting my degree, and if the opportunity arises where I feel as though, you know, I want to, I don't want to say put it to use, but take it further, then I'll do it.
Right.
But it just all depends on my passion. I feel as though right now my passion is boxing, and I just want to stay focused on that. But I also have a backup plan, and
Right.
my main goal is just to get the degree, and that's just not too many people that can say that they have a degree in psychology
No
coming
doubt.
from Rutgers,
Yep.
or even finishing college coming from North. So that's
Right.
just something that I want to do for myself and for my family.
Right. No doubt. Well, champ, we wish you all the best. You continue to be a friend to the show here at Counterpunch Conversations, and we appreciate you and everything that you're
Thank
doing, and we're going to definitely follow your career and everything else. But before I let you go, we like to play a game on Counterpunch Conversations called the Greatest of the Greats. All right.
Okay.
So what we do is we take five boxers from different eras, and we put them in a tournament style bracket, and then we match them up against each other and say who would you tell us who you think would win these fights, and then at the end somebody is the winner. They're the greatest of the great. All right, got it.
Okay. I
All
like
right,
this.
so
Okay.
so since you're a featherweight, 126 pounder, we got a top 5 featherweights. Now a lot of people might not know featherweights, a lot of the casuals might not know featherweights, some of these featherweights, but we're gonna go with it anyway. All right, so this is the top 5 featherweights. So we're gonna put them in a tournament style bracket. All right, so here they go. These
All
are the
right.
top 5. These are the 5 featherweights. We got Gary Russell Jr., Willie Pep. You know Willie Pep, don't you? You gotta know Willie
Of
Pep if you
course.
from up there, because
Course.
they love Willie Pep up there. All right, so Willie Pep, Juan Manuel Marquez, Prince Nassim, and I put Manny Pacquiao. All right, we know now some of these people went from we gonna suspend belief. We know a lot of them went to higher weight classes, but we
Right.
judging them off of being in the 126 pound division. All right, all right.
Okay.
So we're gonna give Willie Pep the bye. All right.
Okay.
So Gary Russell against Juan Marquez. Who wins that?
I got Juan Manuel Marquez.
Against Gary Russell, the fastest hands in boxing. This in his prime
Yeah.
now.
I mean, you gotta think Marquez has superior timing and counterpunch ability, and I feel like that's a recipe for hand speed. It's just timing and counterpunching ability. That's how Lomachenko exploited Gary Russell. It's just his timing.
Right.
So I feel as though his timing.
All
And
right.
you gotta
So
also remember Man, Mario America has beat Pacquiao.
No, that's a fact.
And Pacquiao fast.
No, that's a fact.
So
That's a fact.
Man, know his boxing.
Yeah, I would agree with you too. All right, so we got Prince Nassim versus Manny Pacquiao.
I got Prince Nassim.
Yeah. You're right. Go ahead.
That man is different. Yeah, Prince Nassim was different. His punching power and his just awkwardness. You can't prepare for that. Nobody fight like that. You can't prepare for that.
Right. All right, so we got Willie Pep and Juan Marquez.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm going with Willie Pep.
Yeah, Willie Pep was
a bad dude. Going with Willie Pep, man. His control in the ring and footwork, defense. It was just like remarkable. I'll go with Willie Pep.
even during that era. What that was? He was boxing in the
40s,
40s, yeah, something
40s
like
and
that.
50s.
All right, so now we got in the championship, we got Willie Pep and Prince Nassim.
This is a hard one, man. It's a hard one.
Well, that's the championship. This is the finals.
I'm gonna tell you why this is a hard one because Willie Pep is like one of my favorite fighters of all time.
Right.
But I feel as though Prince Nassim would beat him because Willie Pep, he was a great defensive fighter,
Right.
but he was, susceptible to get hit. And I feel as though with Prince Nassim, he just exploded and he had great punching power. And you can't, you can't make certain mistakes with him. And I feel as though if we talking about prime Prince Nassim, I feel like he'll beat him.
Wow.
Prince
Nassim is the greatest of the great in the featherweight division. Mark it down. Prince Nassim. Go ahead.
But just putting this out there, I feel as though Ricardo Lopez was better than Prince Nassim.
Nah, I probably would agree with you there. Ricardo Lopez, yeah, I probably would agree with that. Prince Nassim was different though, bro. What you think?
Yeah, no.
You've been quiet.
Barrera.
You've been quiet over here. Why you been so quiet?
You're doing a good job. If you were messing up, I'd have stepped in.
All right, well, whatever.
Barrera.
What Barrera?
Shit. The only one who gave Nassim his loss. Barrera.
Yeah, Barrera. Yeah, no doubt. But Nassim was different, bro.
I know. I like the Prince.
Yeah, no doubt. And
I feel as though his way how he carried himself in the ring might have transpired also out the ring. In the ring he didn't follow the rules.
Right.
He did what he wanted to do.
Right.
I feel as though if you got that mindset in the ring, it might also carry out the ring. And he probably, when he wasn't in the ring, he probably didn't take boxing as serious.
Oh no, he had to drop like 30 pounds for the Barrera fight.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So it's just like
that was the only thing about him. He wasn't that disciplined.
That's his only loss, huh?
It's like I feel as though it's like with Roy Jones. It's like if he's on, he's on. But when he was off, he was off.
Right.
So that's how I see it.
All right, champ. Well, Prince Nassim is the greatest of the great in the featherweight division. Champ, is there anything you would like to say to your fans or supporters? Because they all watching CounterPunch Conversations.
I just want to say I want to thank everybody that came out and supported my pro debut July 6th this past Saturday. I want to thank all my sponsorships. Without y'all, things would have looked totally different. I want to thank my coach, my dad.
Say some names. Say their names.
I want to thank Coach Mahan. I want to thank my dad. I want to thank Brad Gutman. I want to thank 100% Pure Entertainment, Ironbound Boxing, Beast Mode Nutrition. Like these are the people that you see me and I'm a product of them. So they deserve as much credit as I do. This is like I feel as though I got a strong team. Mike Stedman, Steve, like these guys is just like I said, without them, there's no me. So I just want to say thank y'all to all my friends and family. It's just the beginning. We got a long road ahead. I'm gonna keep working and keep getting the job done.
Way to show love and respect, champ. Hey, we really appreciate you, man. And I'm gonna put you on the spot right now. What's the greatest boxing podcast out there?
CounterPunch Conversations.
There you go, my man. All right, I ain't want to put you on the spot, but I had to. Hey, champ, look. Hey, we really enjoyed talking to you, and we gonna make sure that we stay up to date with you. We're gonna bring you on some more. Next time we bring you on, we're gonna bring you on our boxing news segment, and we just gonna talk
Okay.
some boxing news, man. We gonna talk about what's going on in boxing news.
All right, I like the sound of that.
All right, give everybody tell everybody how to find you on social media.
You can follow me on Instagram at official Keith Cologne. And if you want more exclusive behind the scene content, you can follow my YouTube, Keith Tsunami Cologne. There's all my training vlogs and behind the scenes, meeting with sponsors, fight outfits, meet and greets. You know, if you want to see more behind the scenes stuff that boxers don't show, it'll be there.
All right, champ. And we're going to share that too. We're going to make sure we put it out there too and let the world know. All right, champ. Appreciate you. And, you know, much love and much respect. Shout out to your dad, Keith. You know, that's my man. And we appreciate you, champ. Talk to you soon. All right, Rock, let's talk about some boxing news. Let's get to the elephant in the room.
Ain't no damn elephant. Go ahead.
Mr. Ryan Garcia.
Go ahead.
Ryan Garcia went to Twitter earlier this week and he aimed racial slurs.
Racial and religious.
At Asiatics, which is Asiatics is the proper term.
There you go.
For so-called black people in America. But he aimed racial slurs at Asiatics and the Muslims in America by disparaging remarks about George Floyd.
These I hate I'm anti-black. I'm KKK. I hate. Hey, let's go bring George Floyd back to life and that again.
You know that's Big Daddy name, right?
What?
Kane.
Kane?
Stand for King Asiatic, nobody's equal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big Daddy Kane?
Big Daddy Kane.
King Asiatic, nobody's equal.
I know. I'm telling you.
Why are you telling me like I wasn't around when he
was probably 9.
The name Kane is superior to many people. It means King Asiatic, nobody's equal. I hate to brag, but damn, I'm good. And if Mike was a gun, I'd be Clint Eastwood. And if rap was a game, I'd be MVP, the most valuable poet on the MIC. If rap was school, I'd be the principal. Oh, the Kane is invincible. Come on, man, stop it, bro. I'm a hip-hop connoisseur. What's wrong with you?
Get a little dap on Big Daddy Kane.
This dude.
Get a little dap.
Ryan Garcia aimed racial slurs at Asiatics and Muslim communities and made disparaging remarks about George Floyd.
Said he wanted to join the Ku Klux Klan.
That's crazy, bro.
No, it ain't.
Wow.
He ain't crazy.
Man, now, after that, after he go crazy like that, he starts saying that, you know, some of his friends was hyping him up and influencing him to use racial slurs. He said, I'm not going to make any excuse. I'm not going to say they forced me. I'm just saying they were pushing it.
Drunk mind, sober thoughts.
Yeah, that's something, ain't it? And then so on Friday, this past Friday, he decided to get help because he's going through a hard time in his personal life, he said.
Racism is not mental health, not a mental health disease.
What am I giving the it's a test I'm putting out the
you
quotes
saying,
I'm
just saying racism ain't no mental health
But look,
disease.
here's the crazy thing about it though, right? He ain't got off of the internet now. Like most people, when they get caught out there doing something stupid like that, they'll get missing. They be like, I'm going to rehab. I'm sorry. I'm gone. He's still posting crazy stuff.
Man, they can't help it.
Right.
They're addicted to it at this point. I mean, I I understand because that becomes a part of your pattern in life. Picking up your phone and tweeting and doing whatnot. All I'm saying is that racism is not a mental health disorder. You know, it's you got it from your parents. You got it from your parents. You got it from your community. You know, like I give you a case in point. Like I said, my mama desegregated lunch counters. You know, got arrested in the 60s and stuff like that, protesting institutional racism and desegregating in Alabama. So consequently, you know, my mama raised me to hate white supremacy and institutions of racism. My mama raised me like that. That's who I am, period. Mm. All right? If you members of the Ku Klux Klan from that standpoint, you my enemy. You know, 4 little girls game, you know, Dynamite Bob Chambliss blowing up that church with them 4 little girls in Bessemer and stuff like that. You know, these are things that I grew up knowing. Mm-hmm. So from my standpoint, I am who my mother raised me to be, which is somebody who's staunchly opposed to racism.
So
and white
you think
supremacy.
Ryan Garcia is a white supremacist?
I think Ryan Garcia is a flat out is just a racist. Period.
Yeah. It ain't no way. I think the way
he
was saying what he was saying, it's no way about it. No 2 ways around it.
There's no two ways around it. I mean, he's also a damn fool. You know, because you know he want to support he want to support Trump when Trump clearly don't support anything that got to do with
Mexicans.
with Mexicans.
Right. Now here's the thing. So the WBC expelled him, not suspended him. They expelled him. The WBC president Mauricio Suleiman announced on Twitter. He says, I quote, "Exercising my authority as president of WBC, I'm hereby expelling Ryan Garcia from any activity with our organization. We reject any form of discrimination. I fear for Garcia's well-being."
So I got two things with that. Number one, the entire board of the WBC didn't agree with him. He had to override the board and do something on his own.
That's crazy.
Which means the entire board, some of the members, the majority of his board, they don't see anything wrong with what Ryan Garcia said.
And he expelled him.
Exactly. Number two, the second thing, that is fake. The number two.
You think he's gonna be reinstated?
Hell yes.
He got expelled though. He wasn't.
It don't matter. They don't care.
Why are you talking like that?
They don't care. Well, I'm talking like what?
It doesn't matter.
I mean, Mauricio Suleiman, they don't care about all that. And I'm not.
No, he expelled him. What do you think that was just?
I think that's publicity because I think Ryan made him look bad from that standpoint. But I don't care.
Stop talking like that, bro. You don't talk like that.
I do. I don't care. I don't care what Mauricio does from that standpoint. I mean,
what do you think should happen with Ryan?
I can't say on camera what I think ought to happen to him. So I can't say that on camera.
All right, go ahead and say it. Take it off camera, man.
I ain't gonna say it. I'm not finna say nothing.
You're not on camera.
I don't care. Them lies. I'm not finna say on camera what I think should happen to him.
You're not on camera. Go ahead. Say
it don't matter. Mm-mm. And the crazy thing about it is that Ryan Garcia said nothing was gonna happen to him. He said, "I'm out here in these streets. And ain't nothing, y'all ain't gonna do nothing to me."
Well, that's the truth. I believe that.
I mean, our
people ain't gonna do nothing to him. They hurt each other. They ain't gonna hurt him.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you want to dig George Floyd up and re-kill him. You want to join the Ku Klux Klan. I mean, it is what it is, man. I look at Henry Garcia.
Here's another quote. Well, Henry Garcia stood out against him.
Man, Henry Garcia taught his son that shit.
No, I agree.
Henry Garcia and his mama taught him that.
Well, this is what he said. I'm going to rehab
and his community.
I'm going to rehab and getting therapy, just trying to work through my own traumas, and then I'm going to come back better for sure. A lot of things are happening in my life, man. I feel falsely accused of doing steroids. They banned me from a sport I love so much. I'm going through a divorce and my own mental struggles in itself. It's not really fun for me. Life is not fun right now.
Ryan Garcia is a deplorable human being. Ryan Garcia filed divorce papers on his wife while his child was being born. He's deplorable. He's an awful person, period. He is. Who does that? Your child being born, now you file a divorce and then you hanging around with porn stars while your wife in labor.
Right.
Man, that dude is despicable.
I honestly didn't even know he was married until
he been married like 2-3 times. And he got like how many kids? He got like 4-5 kids.
Yeah, I ain't know none of that.
I mean, that dude is here's what I think we're gonna happen to Ryan Garcia. I don't think it's gonna end well.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't think it's gonna end well. He's definitely not going to no rehab or nothing like that right there, because everybody around him is enabling him.
Did you see what he posted last night?
No, I don't follow Ryan.
He posted. You ain't gotta follow him to see the stuff he posts. He posted at this brother got stopped by Amado Vargas. He posted, I supposed to been going to rehab, but instead I came to watch my brother get stopped or something like that. Boy, crazy, man.
I mean, I think Ryan Garcia is an egomaniac. I think he's been enabled. I don't think it's nothing that Ryan Garcia thinks he can do and say what he wants to do. But here's what I do know is going to happen to him. He got a bunch of lawsuits coming at him from that standpoint, and they're going to break him.
All right, man. Well,
and for all y'all people out there defending Ryan Garcia,
right? What you got to say to him?
Period. I mean, here's going forward. If you got something good to say about Ryan Garcia, or defending him, or making excuses for his ass going forward, I'm looking at you sideways.
If you know him,
if I know you and you come to me with that shit, I'm looking at you sideways.
Right.
And I'm looking at you sideways from that standpoint, and I see you in a different light.
I agree. We ain't Ryan Garcia lovers over here in CounterPunch Conversations. I don't appreciate those disparaging remarks, man. It's almost like seeing our people. It's almost like seeing our people like Trump. When I see Trump supporters that look like us, I get really I start looking at him funny because if you political, I mean, because the reason why is because you know what Trump represent. You know, and people start talking about him not being racist and things like that, right? But he says a lot of racist stuff. He does a lot of racist things.
Yes.
So with that said, when I see, you know, I respect people that likes him, but when I see people that look like me talking like they like Trump and they political reasons, not, you know, I hear some stupid stuff like, man, he made the economy, whatever. Okay, cool.
They don't know shit about no damn
That's what I'm
economy.
saying. I'm saying for those people, I just know they don't know no better. But people that's giving me, they like Trump for whatever, I'm like, I'm looking at them funny, man. You know, anybody that says things like Ryan Garcia said, you know, anybody that talks like that in 2024.
Bro, the Ku Klux Klan is the first terrorist organization in this damn world.
There's no doubt.
They invented damn bombings. And the word terror.
Yeah.
Coming in at night with them damn sheets on it. He said he wanted to be a part. The crazy thing about it is I guarantee you it's a shitload of Mexicans been hung by the Klan.
Right. No doubt.
In different parts of the country.
Well,
it's crazy to me.
CounterPunch Conversations is no fan of Ryan Garcia, and I hope he get help. You know,
I don't.
Listen what I'm saying. I hope he get help.
I don't.
As a human being.
Hell no. No, hell no.
Let me say what I'm saying.
Hell no. I hope he get nothing.
Do you hope he keep on going?
I hope he get what the hell coming to him.
Right.
I don't hope he get shit.
I hope he get help.
I don't hope he get shit
as a human being.
No. The hell with him. We don't hope. Why you hope he get some help for himself?
Because he's still a human being.
No, fuck that. You think goddamn you wish Byron De La Beckwith would have got some damn help.
I don't even know who that is.
That's who shot Medgar Evers.
What's his name?
Byron De La Beckwith.
I never even knew that.
You hope Dynamite Bob Chandler to get some help. That's who blew them damn church up with them 4 little girls. That's the Ku Klux Klan. Right. He said he want to be a member of them. I can't wish no damn good on that dude, man. Hey. I don't wish I don't wish nothing on him. I ain't finna say I wish something bad on him, but I don't wish no good.
That's the same thing I'm saying.
Hell no.
That's the same thing I'm saying.
You say I hope he get help.
I'm saying for his self.
I don't hope he get shit.
You want him to just, what you want?
Ryan Garcia is a piece of shit racist.
Right.
He got 4 or 5 children. Right. If he in their life, they gonna grow up be piece of shit racist also. Right. They're gonna make the world a worse place. Right. The world better off with people like his ass not being in it. Period.
All right. So you want to see him gone? Take him off of here.
I mean, God do it whatever he gonna do, but I don't wish nothing good for him. I ain't saying I'm sitting around pining on something bad for him, but I sure the hell don't care.
All right. Well, let's stop talking about Ryan Garcia.
Yeah, let's stop talking about it.
Let's move on. Great show, great episode. Make sure y'all tune in to CounterPunch Conversations. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell below. Hit the subscribe button. Hit that bell so you can get all notifications when we go live. Or when we post anything. So we need your what do we need? What is it we need from our fans and supporters? We need your support to continue to giving you.
We need you to like, comment, hate, and subscribe.
Hate too?
Yeah. Because they hate, they comment. They're going to drive the algorithm also.
Give us all of that.
We want all of it.
We rather you send the love, though.
And any of y'all around here mad at me about this Ryan Garcia shit, y'all comment too. I don't give a damn.
Yeah. Say whatever you need to say.
I'm chop y'all head off in them damn comments, though. Telling you right now, I'm responding to everything.
All right. Hey, much love and respect to our guest, Keith Cologne. Excellent job, and we looking for this young man to do great things.
So now we want that work, Keith.
Yeah. Make sure y'all continue to do what you're doing, sir. We appreciate him. Appreciate all our guests. For being a part of.
You gonna get Keith to come? Did they come down?
Huh?
We need Keith to come down. We set some sparring up. We need that work.
Yeah, he be down. Or you can go up there.
We need that work. No, you might cut your ass and knew it.
You might get cut into it.
It might have him come out, ties cut and took off and shit.
You be all right. Don't be scared.
I ain't scared.
All right, anyway, good episode.
All
right. To the next time.
I don't want my insurance going up.
To the next time. Thank y'all for tuning in to CounterPunch Conversations. Till the next time. Peace.
Peace in the Middle East.